Hi, LeAnne. Thank you so much for being on the podcast today. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm so amazing. How are you?
I am good. I'm excited to chat today. So, before we begin, though, let's tell everybody who are you and what do you offer this world?
Oh my gosh. So, who I am is this little weirdo that's been hiding out in the bathroom for the last 2 years, wondering if she's lost her mind or if she's on to something big because I'm a channel, I'm a medium. I'm given these words in these courses, in these embodiment and activation sessions to help uplift and enlighten and educate humanity. It just flows through me. And I'm like, okay, so you're either crazy or you've got something good. So I think I've got something really, really, really good. So I channel divine wisdom to remind people that we are responsible for creating our own happiness and making life what we want it to be. We can't keep doing the same behaviors expecting different results. So I'm here to ultimately wake people up to their power within, to see that they can and should be all that they've ever wanted to be. None of these things that have held us back were ever even meant to be there. So we got to get rid of them. And I'm here to help people do that.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, helping other women and helping just improve our lives. That's beautiful. I love that.
Yes.
Yes. So I know you and me have chatted a little bit before and that you are thinking of starting a podcast. What is your message going to be on that podcast? What are we talking about?
Oh my gosh. I found as I was digging into and thinking about this question, it got a little lengthier than I planned on because there's so much that I want and need to talk about in life,
Yes.
and I've never done it anywhere. So I was like, okay, wait a minute. Let's tone it back to the beginning phases. So I want to help people, women especially, because we have been raised generation after generation in a man's world. I want women to own that power from within and be like, this is me, this is who I am, and this is what I'm here to do. I want to help people figure out what they love, what they're good at, what makes them happy, what fills their cup, and then they get to make money from it. Like, I want people to be like, I can't believe I get paid to do this. Like, I can't believe this is
Yes.
my real life. That is my goal ultimately for people. And also, along the lines of that work is helping them rid themselves of the societal conditioning and the limiting beliefs and all of that yuckiness that we've taught our mind. Our mind only knows what we teach it. How about we teach it lots of new and exciting and invigorating different things?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to listen. Like, yes. I need your voice in my ear, just cheering me on
Oh,
every day and reminding me of who I am.
man, it's like, it's such a gift that I've always had from within. I've always been everyone's biggest cheerleader. Like, let me see you, and I see you. Like, I see you. And I'm getting head to toe goosebumps right now because a lot of what I'm learning on my spirituality journey, like, it is getting a bit woo, it is getting a bit strange, it is getting a bit different, but I'm learning it's all real and it's okay. So with I work with the ascended master frequency, and with that, like, I'm an activator. I'm a mirror. I can show you what I see in you. I can build you up. I can remind you, and I can cheer you on to make you the most successful possible version of yourself. Because we don't do that for ourselves. And now that I've learned how to do that for me, I need you to do that for you, and I need everyone. Like, I want everyone to be 10 times more successful than I will ever be. And let me tell you, I am already mother effing successful. So that is my goal, to cheer you on and remind you, like, you are badass, you got this, and we're gonna do this. We're doing it
Mhm.
right now.
Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we're kind of on a high right now talking about that, but I know that there are some like limiting beliefs or some fears that creep in
Mm-hmm.
whenever we put anything new out into the world, you
Oh,
know. Yeah.
but sorry, go
No,
ahead.
no, you're fine. Go ahead.
This is what makes me so excited about it, because the way to overcome these fears is to look back at how weird the first cell phone maker must have looked and sounded. Like, are people really going to carry that thing around with them everywhere? And now look at society. Or when people first invented like Pepsi and Coke, and people are like, I am not drinking. now the world carries it with them everywhere they go. So who cares if we're thought leaders? Who cares if we're light bringers and if we're ahead of the curve and we're bringing these new healing modalities that in hundreds of years to come, people are going to be like, oh, I can't believe we had a life without that in the past. Like people in the past had a life without electricity and TV and electronics. And people now, right now, have a life without these healing modalities that were like, but wait a minute, pause and listen. If I can do this, you can do this. So, and even fears with like, what are people going to think about me? What are people going to say about me? Are they going to think I'm nuts? Like, our people that need to hear what we have to say are going to follow us. They are going to, we shine our light so bright that they just attract us like moths to a light. Like, not, and I don't mean that to be derogatory or offensive. I just mean, yeah, we are going to have hard days. We are going to have hard days. We are still human. I'm not saying I'm 100% 7 days a week. I'm saying I'm 10 times better than I've ever been. So we are never going to be perfect because we are human. But we can always remember, like, when people first started inventing like the light bulbs and the cell phones and the sodas and the things, people thought that they were nuts. And now we can't imagine our lives without them. So I just remind myself that I am given this for a purpose, and it's for a big purpose, and I need to use it. I can't care what these past social circles are going to think of me, because we're not aligned for a reason, and that's okay too. I want them to be happy, I want them to be healthy, I want them to be great, I want them to heal, but I also want to carry on doing my soul's purpose. I want to share what's given to me. Do you know a secret of how I look at this and what keeps me so, and I didn't even write this part down, I have a huge fear that if I don't use what's given to me, just like if you don't use what's given to you, if you don't spread it with your voice in your magical podcast, they're going to give it to someone else. And I want to be the one to share, because I am honored. Like, you give it to me, I will share. That gave me goosebumps, like on my face, goosebumps. You give it to me and I will share it in divine timing. I don't want to give it to someone else because I don't believe in me. Like, no.
Yes. Yes. Have you read that book, Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert? Oh, it's that concept. Like, you should read that book. It's all about that concept. How, like, if an idea comes to you and you don't take it, it's going to go to somebody else.
See?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
It's a really good book. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I wrote it down. Okay.
Yes, but I love what you said. Like, somebody has to be the first to do something. And whenever you're the first, somebody's going to think you're crazy. Like, because it's new, it's different, And when you start doing something, even if you're not the first, but you start doing it yourself for the first time, people in your life, yes, are going to think, what are you doing? Like, but you have to follow what feels good to you. Yes. Yeah. I love that.
And lastly, on this little topic, I really remind myself that stress and worry and anxiety is showing my distrust in source, spirit, God, Mother Nature, Gaia, whatever spirit. I say spirit a lot. It's showing my distrust that I don't think I'm on my aligned path, that I don't trust that I'm given this for a reason, and that I'm not meant to spread it. And I'm like, but wait a minute. The signs and the synchronicities are in my face so big that I'm like, am I on an effing hidden camera show? This can't be real life. This is magic. This is magic. This is magic. So I can't go from one extreme to the other. There has to be a balance of, okay, LeAnne, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling anxious, but you know how this is supposed to be and what we're supposed to do. Use the tools, use the mantras, use the meditation, use your tools instead of feeling this way, because I trust and I surrender. And then the more we surrender, that's when we live in the flow of life. That's when like everything is natural and flowing and easy. And not that any of this is ever easy. I don't find being human easy. I hate it. I don't mean to say easy, because this is not easy. And this is the hardest work we will ever do. What we are doing is transmuting and transforming generational curses and traumas. We are breaking the way it has been done for centuries. So it's not easy work. It's not comfortable work. but it's the most rewarding, magically amazing work we could ever do. And then to do it for our children, like to see our children get to see us do this, and then they don't ever have to have these fears and these limiting beliefs. Oh my God, it just gets better and better.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. That is why we do the work, for future generations not to have to go through all the stuff that we
I'm deciding right here, right now, in this moment. My main goal is I want future generations to actually like being a human.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
I want my kids and my kids' kids and my kids' kids' kids to be like, yo, I love being human. I love, because I'm like, dude, I effing hate being human. This is hard. This is uncomfortable. I don't want to feel this. How do I numb this? But that's the problem. We numb it. We numb it. We numb it. We don't feel it. We don't heal it. We've got to get to the root, dig it out, and be like, let's start fresh. That's not me anymore. I'm shutting the book on that chapter. I don't choose that response. I don't choose that behavior. I don't choose that action. I don't choose that reaction. And I choose to observe instead of absorb all of your bullshit, because I'm good over here. Like, I'm good.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love that so much. So
Yeah.
I also know that your motto is that life is all divinely orchestrated in every moment of every day, which I need to like put that quote up like around my office.
Do it.
Yes. So how do you help your clients with this? How do you start? Like when you're just coming into this, like how do we do this?
First, the way that we first begin to do this is to honor ourselves, to respect ourselves, and to be kind to ourselves. We've got to stop putting ourselves down. Even if we're like, oh, it's funny, but I look so fat today. No, bitch, it's not funny. Your subconscious does not know the difference. We cannot laugh at ourselves and put ourselves down. I mean, there's a difference between lighthearted joking and it's funny, and like putting yourself down to where you know you really mean it. And the biggest thing for me that I tell my clients is look at yourself in the morning. When you wake up, we all go. So at first I started with when you brush your teeth in the morning. And like some days that's hard for some people, but we all wake up in peace 7 days a week. So when you sit on that toilet, make a conscious effort to look at yourself and compliment yourself on the things you dislike the most about yourself. It's not going to change. Waking up and wanting to feel different and expecting to feel different, but doing the same exact habits and routines and behaviors every day is the definition of insanity. Nothing is going to do it for us. No one is going to do it for us. No one is going to rescue us. No one is going to hold our hand. And even if they are enabling us and doing a disservice to themselves. So we have to make ourselves a priority. We have to put ourselves first. We have to drink water. Drinking water is imperative and integral to being a human. And I didn't know this until about 2 years ago. I was like, I hate water. It makes me have a stomach ache. I can't drink it. It's gross. It tastes bad, to where all of my children were like anti-water. Now, I mean, I always have this thing with me wherever I am, my water bottle, and my children all carry one around. So drinking water and putting actual proper nutrition, which is hard, into our bodies. But first and foremost, it's simply, we can't be kind to other people if we aren't kind to ourselves. We can't give other people grace and compassion if we don't give ourselves grace and compassion. So let's rewind it. Not that our parents did a bad job. Not that our parents didn't do the best that they could, because they did. They just didn't have access to the information that we're newly given access to. So why don't we reparent ourselves every single day, in every moment of every day? Why don't we treat ourselves like we're this precious tiny newborn? And if we're tired, we lay down. It's hard. The work that those of us that are doing, that are likely called to your podcast, are moving from just barely surviving in life each day to thriving. And we're fucking tired. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. We are tired. Our bodies are tired. Our minds are tired. It's this exhaustion, but we're like, but I don't want to be lazy. Like, I'm not lazy. No, We are healing. We just got done barely making it through 38 years of our lives. It's okay to lay down. Like, it's okay to rest. We've been taught that we have to go, 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 go.
Yes.
You can't live in the divine flow if you're go, 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 go. There's no time to see that. It's in the stillness. Stillness is hard. Mindfulness is hard. Meditation is hard. Being anxious is hard. Being angry is hard. Being mean is hard. We're never going to out-bully the bully. We have to be kind to ourselves first. And once we can start doing these little, then it becomes easy. Then once that becomes easy, we add another step. We do that for a little bit. That, and a little bit is very different for you than it would be another client. I'm learning very quickly. We add another layer. Okay, bitch, you got this. You got this. Let's add this. All right, what you gonna do next? Like, what are you gonna do next? How are you going to level up? How are you going to envision the highest version of yourself in every moment of every day, and then become her, because you are her?
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes. You see, I need you in my ear every day. Like, just turn that on in the morning. I think I would feel like a powerhouse, like ready to go.
Oh my gosh, literally. And
so, what tips do you have for listeners on how to live a purposeful life that we love?
Again, I'm going to repeat myself a little bit here, but it's because it's so important. Put yourself first. Stop saying yes when you know you need to say no. When your body gives you the answer, that's your intuition. Listen to it and follow it. We've got to stop pouring into others more than we pour into ourselves. We've got to stop helping people at the detriment of ourselves. And it's time to get to know ourselves, like really get to know ourselves and know what we like, and do it every single day. I happen to know about you, you love to read. So that should be something that you're doing 7 days a week. So long as you wake up, you should be reading 7 days a week. So when we get to know ourselves enough so that we're like, wow, I really like to do this thing. It lights me up. It makes me happy. Then I'm going to do it every day because I wake up every day. We have to give gratitude. We have to give thanks. The more that we are happy and thankful and grateful for all that we have, the more that's naturally given to us because we've aligned our energy with that of acceptance. So in order to live a purposeful life, we have to get to know ourselves, find what makes us happy, and then do it. We can't make the excuses like, I can't today because I don't have time. Like, we have the same exact amount of time, 7 days a week. We wake up. So long as we wake up 7 days a week, we have the time to do it. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh, I have loved this conversation. Like, you are the best.
No, you are the best. Thank you for inviting me. Yes. I'm so excited to watch you. You're so magic. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Yes. And how can the listeners connect with you? Because I know they're going to want to.
Oh my gosh. So I am on Facebook and Instagram. I don't have a big fancy website and all the things because I'm like, oh, can we just go back to the 90s, please? But it's just under my name, LeAnne Vassar. That's it.
Okay. Well, I will make sure that it's in the show notes so everybody can go be in your energy because you just uplift so much. And thank you so much. I needed this conversation today.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much.